So, hey, yes, Chantal Gerardy from Facebook Fit for Business, and I wasn't sure what to talk about today. And then I thought the power of the finger, because the finger is so incredibly powerful when it comes to Facebook. So, we will talk about the algorithm today, the 4 steps that the algorithm uses in determining what content it's going to show in your news feed. So that's important. We need to know that. We also need to know the critical input that you put into Facebook that helps Facebook decide what it's going to show and not show. So we will discuss that as well as content, because content's important for engagement, and then the 8 fundamentals. So as I said, people hate me or dislike me continually going 8 fundamentals, 8 fundamentals. But the truth of the matter is, if you don't follow the 8 fundamentals, the rest of it's not going to fall into place. So when people freaked out with the new algorithm and went, oh, new algorithm, my stuff's not being shown to anything. Yes, it's not being shown to anything, because you're getting yourself a content marketer to post on your behalf. The posts that they're doing are not engaging. They're very businessy and marketing-like, and this is why Facebook isn't showing them to anyone. So that is why these businesses are now all freaking out, because it's not working for them. But business owners like yourself that are posting, their content's reaching, because it is so much more engaging. You are so much more passionate about your business, and you know your business more than anybody else. So I'll give you an example. And firstly, disclaimer here, sorry if I use bad examples, okay? I'm on the wing, so if I use bad examples, sorry if I use you as a bad example, but I'm going to use Ryan, okay? Ryan, Pest Services, he's in the group today. And if Ryan went and got somebody to post for him, so he went and got offshore a VA and said, right, I'm going to pay you $100 a week to post on my behalf once a day. This person would go, oh, okay, thank you. Yep, you're a pest company. Cool. This pest company would go, they would get a little picture of a termite. They'd put it on your business page and they'd go, we kill termites. Contact us now. Okay. And Facebook goes, who wants to see that? Nobody. All right. Then Ryan does what he does, and he goes out to the park and he picks away at bark, does a live video, shows the live video of him picking away at the bark and all the termites coming out, and he's talking about the queen and what happens, and that is going to be so much more engaging, and Facebook is going to want to show it more, because at the end of the day, Facebook is a social platform. So yes, we can use it for business, but we have to remember its values. And one of its values is it's a social platform. They want trustworthy content. So this is why people are freaking out, and this is why it isn't working for some people, because people who have been using other people to post on their behalf, it's not reaching anymore, because Facebook has gone, sorry, it's not working. You're not following the rules. You're not following the fundamentals of Facebook. We're not going to show your stuff. Okay, so let's talk about this algorithm. What exactly is an algorithm? Well, who's come in? Someone's come in. Hello, whoever's come in. Cool. So if we're talking about the algorithm, well, what exactly is the algorithm? So this is the best way to describe it. The name of the dude who actually decides on the algorithm, his name's Adam. And I actually don't know his surname. I just know him as Adam. I'm on a first name basis with him. And Adam decides, true story, Adam decides with the algorithm how it's going to determine what goes onto your news feed. So he's kind of like Big Brother for Facebook, and he decides how they're going to choose what goes everywhere. And this is how he described it. The first one was Facebook does an inventory. So it checks all the options on the menu. So it kind of scans. It does an inventory, and it just sits there and it scans, and it goes, who are all your friends? What pages do you like? What exactly is on the menu? If I was going to order on behalf of my wife, what would I order? Okay, what would I order on the menu? And he'd just do an inventory, kind of look at a few restaurants, kind of look at menus, kind of consider what his wife would like to eat. Then the second one is signals, okay? Facebook then considers the signals. So determine how interested you would be in that. So he would then go, how interested would my wife be in the Greek restaurant? How interested would my wife be in the French restaurant? How interested would she be in a cafe, a smart restaurant? And Facebook then starts to use these signals to determine what it's going to show you. Then the third step is predictions. Okay, it uses the signals to predict and to calculate what they would best like. Okay, so, okay, it's the morning breakfast. My wife generally likes this. It's that kind of restaurant. I'm presuming that from previous restaurants we've been to, previous breakfasts we've had, I'm now going to predict that she likes to have smashed egg on rye toast. Okay, and then they do a score. And the score uses these signals to determine exactly how she is going to respond to that breakfast. Okay, so if he brought her to that breakfast now, he's got to think about, how is she going to respond? Is she going to like it? Is she going to give an angry emoji face? Is she going to give a happy emoji face? Is she going to share it? Is she going to comment on it? So Facebook uses those things. The first one was inventory, what's on the menu. Signals, beep, 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 what kind of things does she like? Predictions, well, from past experience, what has she liked in the past? And then score, how is she going to feel about it if I put it on her plate? So hopefully that makes sense to you, but that's how the algorithm works. So if we know that that's how the algorithm works, that can help us determine what it is that we're going to put on Facebook for other people to see, right? Cool. So if they're going to then give your wife this meal and you're going to order this breakfast on her behalf, how is she going to respond? How is she going to enjoy this meal? And is she going to, is she going to click on it? Is she going to find it interesting? Is she going to like it, comment it, share it? How long is she going to be enjoying it for? Because Facebook's a social platform. Okay, so you have to think about your content. When you're on Facebook, you have to think about what is going to make people stop, think, and enjoy what it is that you've put on there. How are they going to engage or respond in what it is that you're putting on the plate in front of them? Okay, you need to consider that, because Facebook is considering that before it shows people. Okay, so if I keep posting about fitness and health and Facebook's going to start showing me things about Facebook, health, and fitness, because I've shown interest in it, and it will give me things that I've shown interest in. Okay, now that's important, because that means it is critical what you are doing on Facebook, because what you do on Facebook is also going to determine how Facebook shows your stuff to the rest of everybody else. Okay, very, very important. So if Facebook is doing this prediction, Facebook is watching you. It is watching what you like, comment, and share. And then it is deciding if people are putting content on there, are they going to put it in front of you? But hold on, are they going to put your stuff in front of someone else? So what you do on Facebook is also important. And this is really important too. They have a look at your friends. They're like the biggest stalkers, all right? Biggest stalkers, Facebook, biggest stalkers. They look at your friends. They look at your associations. They look at all the words that you use, all the events that you like going to, all the pages that you follow. And then they make a profile about what you like, and that's what they will show you. So, so it's really, 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 really super interesting. So hold on, let's just have a look here. So it is critical that you've got to have a look at your personal profile and your business page. What are you liking? What are you following? What are you putting on there? Because those words are going to match up in the data, and they're going to come together. All right? So there's two sides to the story. How you manage your personal profile and business page, and also like what you're looking at and how you manage it and how it's set up, but also how the content that you're putting out there as well, what are you doing with that? Because that obviously, it's in order for there to be a match, it's like snap. In order for the colors and numbers and everything to match up, it's got to match. All right. So it also looks at, so besides this critical input as to who are your friends and who are you following and what do you like and what are the words that you like and generally what you like, comment and share, Facebook also looks at how frequently you post. They look at any negative feedback that you get from anyone. They look at your engagement and the types of stories that you post and what the responses that you get. They look at the average time. They're the biggest stalkers. The average time that you spend on something. Now, this was interesting. This stat came out this week, and it was on one of the biggest Facebook users now are starting to be the elderly. And this is because when they look, and this is going to be funny, but when they look at stuff, they don't do this. They do this. They go slowly because they have to take their time to read. So they're going slowly. So they are more likely to stop and look at stuff than us who do this. Okay, so we need to also remember then, who are you talking to? Who's your ideal client? Because if it is the elderly, you want to make sure that your content's relevant, got good headlines, and they're going to stop and actually look at it. All right, so they're going to look at the average time that you spend looking at stuff, and they're going to look at who you tag in stuff and who you comment, what you comment on people's stuff and who they are. And then they're going to also look at the completeness of your personal profile and your business page. Now, this is huge. So many business owners are completely neglecting the fact that their personal profile and their business page is completely part of that whole Facebook strategy. So this week, I went and I worked with a business owner that was getting paid ads, and was getting a person to post for them. I went on and had a look. They did not have their contact details up. Their about section wasn't filled out. They had no call to action. This one person, and this is a true story, and you're going to fall over dead when I tell you this, this one person was paying $15,000 a year for their business page to be managed. And the contact details weren't even on the page. The page was not even set up properly. And when I said, have you even sold a book yet? Because they also have a book and they sell a book. The answer was no. So there was no link from the business page to the personal profile. I mean, can you imagine when Facebook looks at this? They go, is this a person I'm going to know, like, and trust? Am I going to share their information if they don't have a complete Facebook profile set up? Hell no. So the power of the finger. So important. So they want to know whether or not you're going to like, whether you comment, whether or not you're going to share, or you're going to tag, how long you're going to sit on Facebook before they decide what they're going to put in front of you. And that's important to know because you are putting stuff out there for your business. So you've got to make sure that it's relevant. It's relevant, and you've got to make sure it's trustworthy and that people are going to stop and they're going to have a look and they're going to engage with what it is that you're doing. So this brings us back. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, and one of the things is emojis. I mean, that's why if you look at whatever Facebook brings out, if Facebook brings out something, it's because they want you to use it, okay? So Facebook emojis, you've got the little finger, but you've also got the happy, the sad, the love, or whatever. Why has Facebook done that? They've done that as a clickbait or a lure because they want you to push the button. So what they thought was if they put funny little emojis, people are going to be more likely to do it. And that way they can stalk you better. So the reason they created those emojis is because they want you to interact and engage. Because if you don't interact and engage, power of your finger, Facebook's not going to show you stuff and they're not going to know what of your stuff to show to others. So hopefully that makes sense. So if you've got any questions, guys, please write it in the chat box as we go along so I can answer them at the end. So this brings us back to the fundamentals of Facebook, okay? And I have gone through them and I have to go through them again because this is so incredibly relevant. It's like when you're dating, okay? When you're dating somebody, there's a kind of a checklist everybody has, all right? Are they into this, this, and this? So for example, for me, when I met my partner, do they like dogs? They got to like dogs because I like dogs. I got a dog. They got to like dogs. Okay. Do they like children? Well, I've got 3 children. Of course, they got to like children. Okay. So it's got to match up. If it doesn't match up, are they outdoors, spontaneous fun? If it doesn't match up, that relationship's not going to match up, and that's how Facebook looks at it. Okay. So these things are super important. Number one, you have to know who you are. If you don't know who you are and what you like, how on earth is anyone else going to know that? You are putting it out on Facebook. You're putting it on Facebook, buy for me, do this with me, do this, da, 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 da. If you're going to put it out on Facebook, you have to know who you are. You've got to know, do you like dogs or cats? You've got to know, what you're into or not into. And you've got to make sure that when you're posting that on Facebook, Facebook knows, because like attracts like. So for example, let's use my dog as an example again. I post my dog often on Facebook, and he's often at the gym and he's often at the beach, and everybody knows I love my dog. Chances are my dog comes with me to the gym. Okay, if I want to pick up new group fitness clients to come to the gym, they're going to go on and they're going to see I like dogs. They're going to expect that when they go to the gym, there's going to be a dog there. If they are allergic or don't like dogs, chances are it's going to be a bit dodgy for us for them to come to the gym. All right, not that I won't, but I probably won't bring my dog in on that day, but it's not a perfect fit. It's not an ideal match. So you want to make sure that when you are posting on Facebook, you know who you are and you're clear on who you are, because like attracts like. You will always catch the outside people, but you're more likely to be know, liked, and trusted if you know who you are and that message is consistent on Facebook. Okay. So the second one is know who you're talking to. So know who your ideal client is. So again, I always use my fitness business as an example, because obviously I've had great success using Facebook for my fitness business. But it translates to all businesses. So for my fitness business, who is my ideal client? My ideal client understands and knows and understands the value of health and fitness. Now, I will always catch the outside people who don't, but whenever I'm marketing, I'm always marketing for fit people. I'm always talking to a fit person who loves getting up and exercising, who's looking for extra motivation. I'm always looking for that go-getter, for that high achiever, because they're going to respond well to me because I'm like that. They're going to respond well to me. And the truth is, if we're going to work together, the synergy needs to work well. The energy needs to work well. So the problem with a lot of people when they're on Facebook or any social media platform or any form of marketing is they try to talk to everybody. If you can fine tune who exactly it is that you are talking to on Facebook, your message will be clear and it'll talk directly to them. They will stop, they will engage, and they will want to be part of what it is that you are doing. Okay? They will want to be a part of it. I could not help myself when Ryan posted the video about the little termites and stuff. Like, that's, for me, I'm like looking and I'm all like, oh my gosh, really? Are they living in my backyard? I had to ask questions. I needed to know what was going on. And I needed to ask because I've seen the similar thing in my partner's tree stumps at the back of his house. So, it's the same thing. It evokes something inside the right person. But you've got to know who you are and you've got to know who you're talking to. Okay. You've got to know your competition. So we do this not because we're trying to copy them, but you want to look, knowledge is power. You want to look at what other people are doing and you want to take back from it what is good and what is bad and how you would like to do it and do it better. Okay. It's important. If you are closing your blinkers and you're not aware of who else is around you and what it is that they're doing, you are missing out, seriously missing out. You need to have a look. I mean, I worked with a business owner this week, a real estate agent, and we went in and we looked at his top competitor, and straight away we knew it was a dodgy profile. Now, this was awesome because I've actually done probably about 12 hours of coaching with this guy, and really, really great client. And so he's on it now. He's really on Facebook. He sees me every fortnight. And he went on straight away and he said, Chantal, I just want to get your feedback, but have a look at this, my competition here. I think that this is a dodgy account. It looks to me that they've got their likes or their followers or their fans are not real. It all looks like they bought. And True's Bob went on there, had a look. The whole lot was bought. The whole profile was fake. The way that they were messaging, the comments, the likes, shares, everything was dodgy about it. And you could see that profile was completely set up or run by somebody else, which is awesome. So he had about a third of the amount of followers on his page at that time, but every single one of them was a warm, genuine lead. Why would we want 1,000, 10,000 bought people that aren't actually going to buy from you on your page? So, yeah, so one of the things is make sure that you know You know your competitors, have a look at what they're doing. Don't do the same as them, but definitely take some notes and do it better. Do it your way and do it better. So number 4 is that consistent branding. Could you imagine if one day I go on Facebook and I go, I'm quiet and I'm timid and I try act all shy, and the next day I'm out and I'm being me and I'm all loud? People are going to think I'm schizophrenic, okay? People have got to straight away know who it is that you are, and they got to go, right, I want to do business with this person. I understand this person. They're passionate. I'm passionate. We'll work well together. So that your branding has got to be consistent. Your message has got to be clear. They've got to know, like, and trust you before they even push the button. And it's now, I think it used to be something like 9 touches, and now I think it's something like 17 touches. So you've got to get like 7. If anybody knows the number, put it in the comment section in the chat box. Put it in the chat box if you know how many it is, how many touches you've got to have now. Used to be 9. I'm sure it's about 17. Oh, there we go, Arlene, thank you. 14 touches. So 14 touches. So it means you've got to see my name. You've got to hear me talk. You've got to get an email from me. You've got to, who's just come on? Can you put your thing on mute for me, please? Just check that all your mute is on at the moment so we don't get your background noise. Awesome. Thank you. So it's something like 14 touches now. So you want to make sure that you are, that you are sending out all these messages and that you're consistent. My favorite is when people say to me, well, I've just started a business page. Why don't I have any leads yet? And I'm like, it's kind of like the same thing in business. You invest all your money in the beginning. I should be going the other way. Invest all your money in the beginning, and then it's kind of like a slow process. And once you are consistent and you've built trust and you are familiar and people see you and they know you and they start to get referrals and your name is forefront of mind and they've been touched by you 14 times, then all of a sudden you start to generate those leads. But consistency is key. Consistency is key. So the number 5 is strategic plan. So again, so many people go on and they don't have a plan. They're just posting. Actually, I'm not sure if he came on today, but there was a personal trainer that I ran into, Ben, down at the beach, and I was talking to him about it today. And when I was saying to him that, people are just posting on Facebook. They just post and post and post and post and post, but they've got no idea why they're posting. They're just trying to get likes and engagement and comments. But the whole purpose is to build trust and get leads and then get them off Facebook. So if what everybody's doing the throwing, we're all throwing all these leads everywhere, but nobody's actually taking those warm leads and actually converting them into something. So so that's the problem. So you want to make sure that you've got a strategic plan. So you go, well, if I am posting, why am I posting? What's going to happen? What's the outcome going to be? Because number 6 is R&R, and R&R is not rest and recovery. R&R is review and respond. So you want to make sure that once you've done a post that you go in there and then you review how it has worked for you. So you step outside of yourself and you go, that post, how did that time work? How did the content work? How many views did I get? What could I have done better? Because this is how you make yourself a better online Facebook marketer, okay, is by reviewing and responding, and then going and responding to those clients and trying to get them on Facebook, because that is, I'm sure that is number 7. Number 7 is get them on Facebook. So I'm going to use an example. So I do a lot of work with Bosch Auto, NDM, in Labrador. And I just helped them run a 4x4 demo day. And we set up the event on Facebook, showed them how to set up the event on Facebook, how to advertise it, and basically how to run a successful event on Facebook. Okay. So you get all these people saying they're interested, all these people that are saying they're going. And then we had the event on the day. It was bucketing down on Saturday. They actually had a fantastic day on Saturday. Absolutely fantastic day on Saturday. I went in, I did a live video. My partner, he lent me his 4x4, so we got that tested out. That was really cool. Did a live video and did everything. So now you could go, right, we set the event up. We ran the event, happy days. Not me. I go in on Monday and I go, right, it's time to review and respond. So we went through the events list, and there's a whole strategy behind it, but we have to look at who was interested and didn't go, who went, Did they buy anything from us? Can we send them a message? Can we convert them into a friend? Can we send them a private message? Can we upsell them into any other program? Can we offer them to come in and take advantage of any other of our services during the week? So this is where people fall short. They don't take them to second base, okay? They go in, first date, me, and go, nah, this didn't work out, and then they move on, okay? Go back to Tinder, swipe left, swipe right. Instead of taking them out, listening to them talk, what they have to say, working out whether or not that's in line with our values, and then going, all right, take them to second base. Now, second date, now go, what did you like, didn't like, how can we make this better, okay? So yes, so number 7 is to get them on Facebook, and that's part of that review, respond, and then number 7 is get them on Facebook. So it's all fine and well that people are liking, they're commenting, they're engaging, they're saying that they're going to your events. Actually, I don't know if she's on right now, but Andy, one of my other coaches, one of my other Facebook people that I coach, she actually said to me the other day, Chantal, could you stop saying that you're going to my events, because I need to know. She does Kazumba dance lessons, and she's like, I need to know for numbers. I know you're trying to support me. So yeah, there's a pro and a con to that. You want people to say that they're going to the event, because when that happens, it actually jumps onto everybody's page. But then you also want to go to them and make sure that they update their RSVP so that, yes, you can make sure that you have the right amount of numbers. So, yes, you want to make sure that you get them on Facebook. So how are you going to turn those leads, those engagements, those warm people, how are we going to turn them into conversations, how are we going to get them on Facebook, and we're going to get them into paid clients through the front door. And it's not a hard sell, it's relationship building, and it's a soft sell, okay? And then number 8 is, and it's probably the most important thing, is having that professional profile, because one of the biggest things that stood out for me when I started to do research in that algorithm was Facebook is looking to see who is running a personal professional profile and professional business page, because if they're just posting and doing business ads and they haven't got the rest of the stuff set up properly, and the rest of the back-end stuff's not user-friendly, is not being used correctly, they just go, dodgy profile, you're spamming, we're not interested, and they're not showing your stuff. So that really stood out for me. I mean, I've always known the importance of a personal profile, because, as I said, I generate more leads from my personal profile. There is a it's completely essential that that your business, that you have a business page and you do use it and use it correctly. But I use that more as a directory. You can use it for events. You can use that as for Facebook search. However, a personal profile, if you use that correctly, it can really get you ahead in your business. So so that's basically the power of the finger. It's so incredibly powerful if you do it right. And as I said, there's 2 sides to the story. It's your personal profile, is it set up right? Your business page, is it set up right? Are you using them correctly? Have you got the right friends? Are you following the right pages? Are you using the right words? Because that's going to determine what Facebook shows you. But Facebook's going to show your stuff depending on who your target audience is, and are you satisfying them? Are you going to engage them? Are you going to make them respond? And are they going to share your stuff? And this is why, of course, Facebook Live is such a huge tool. So I will start to go through questions now. So if you do have any questions, just put them in the box over there. We'll just go through some questions quickly, and then I'll probably get feedback from everyone. Let's just have a look. Cool. Uh-huh. That was you, Kerry. I thought I was talking to myself. That's so funny. Okay, Ray Rodolfi. Hey, Ray. Are those emojis as likes or in the comments or both? Okay, good question. No, the emoji responses, are, and Ray, if you want to unmute yourself, you're welcome to unmute yourself and answer. We can have a conversation briefly if I don't answer correctly. But yeah, so I'm talking about the emoji responses where you like, heart, angry face, sad face. I'm talking about those. Those are responses. But yes, in the comments, if you then comment and you put an emoji in, that's also classed as a response. So Facebook is going to have a look at, are you just thumbing. I used to call it thumbing it. Are you just thumbing it? Because the other word would have been inappropriate. Are you just thumbing it? Because Facebook picks that up. But also they go, are you also then commenting? So it's kind of like first base, second base. So if you just clicking all the time, there's a lot of people who just thumb stuff. And to tell you the truth, sometimes that's what I do, just to show my support, to show Facebook what it is that I'm interested in, to make sure that I keep seeing my clients' posts. All my clients' stuff in Facebook always comes up because I'm constantly liking and commenting on their posts. So their stuff will always come to the front, which is great. So yes, commenting, but if you actually take the time to write something and put an emoji in, that's almost like going to second base. So Facebook's going to go, right, you're really interested in that, which is pretty cool. So hopefully, Ray, that answered that question for you. Does this apply to groups? Kim, do you want to unmute yourself and just extend on that a little bit, please? Kim?
Okay, yes, Chantal.
Cool.
Now, I was just wondering, the algorithms and everything you said, does it apply to groups as well as your personal profile and business profile?
Yes, 100%. So reality is, I personally think that down the line, Facebook is going to monetize groups, okay? Because they have started running insights. If you have a look at groups now, they're running insights in your groups. So if they're running insights in your groups and they're collecting data, they're trying to see how you are using Facebook groups. So I need to tell everyone, this is actually super important. I should have put this at the beginning. Facebook is owned by Facebook and all the content is owned by Facebook. If Facebook shuts its door right now, you will lose everything. So if I have got 700 people in my Facebook Fit for Business Facebook group that I can invite to my events, that I can talk to and, you know, do free training with and try to upsell into coaching sessions, I could lose all 700 of those leads. So that is why that number 7 is so important. Get them the hell off Facebook. Okay, so constantly be trying to get their email address, constantly be private messaging them, try to get them in as a friend on your personal profile and send them a private message, give them a free ebook, give them something so you can collect their data, because Facebook is owned by all the content's owned by Facebook. So that's a great question. Yes, they are running insights on your groups to see what you are doing, and that is why now they have stopped people from spamming groups. I've been blocked this week. You should be able to post. It's been about 5. People have said about 5 of the same things in groups, and I kind of changed the video and a little bit of the text, and I did 5 yesterday, and they've blocked me for a week. So unfortunately, yeah, it's a paid platform. They want you to be using Facebook ads. So yeah, you have to constantly be aware of the entire strategy behind it and not just relying on one thing. Okay. So Fiona, yeah, sorry, Kim, is there another question?
So if you're predominantly, so if you're posting in a group, yep, regularly, like in my situation, because
yep,
I'm running the group, then my comments to my members and likes and all those things, does that then help me with my personal page, my personal profile, or is it just for the group?
I reckon that they will be stalking you and they will see what you're interested in, and that's possibly why on your personal profile, business posts and stuff that's related to you and your interests will pop up.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, so you will, and even ads, even those ads on the side. That's how those ads decide who comes to you. But I can't even post to my own groups at the moment, which is ridiculous. Like I should be able to post to my groups every day, but at the end of the day, Facebook goes, no.
Because what I've noticed what I've noticed, Chantal, last week is people from my personal profile who have been liking what I'm doing are now getting information from my group. Even though they're not members, they're now seeing information that I'm putting in my group. So I'm just wondering if that's the reason.
That's the reason why. Yep, Facebook is now starting to work it all out. So yeah, so Fiona, I haven't met you before. Fiona, if you want to unmute yourself and just introduce yourself. I haven't met you before. I don't think. I apologise if I have. Are you there, Fiona?
Hi, Chantal, yeah. Hi, I'm Fiona. I just saw your ad and thought I'd come on and just have a sticky beak. What you do?
Sure, no worries, Fiona. So what have you asked? Are you able to, or should you like and follow other pages from your business page? So yes, you are able to do that. It's on the, I think it's on the top right hand side. It depends if you're working on a tablet, a phone, and which laptop you have, and also which update you have, believe it or not. So sorry, I'm going to cough. But you can comment as a business page. You can't in a group. So groups, you can only interact as your personal, as a person. You can only interact as a group, as a person. We've tried to do that from the owner of a company who nobody knows that they're the owner of this company, and he doesn't want anybody knowing he's the owner of this company. So he wants to go and just advertise in groups or let it know, and you cannot do that. It is only you. So they've got one of the administrators now doing it instead. So yes, you can. And as I said, Facebook is looking to see who you are following as well, because that's how they're going to decide what you see or don't see. So does that answer your question, Fiona?
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Fiona.
Thanks.
So 14 touches. Thanks, Arlene, for doing that. Yeah, thanks, John. So yeah, John said 2 years ago it was 7 touches you needed, and now Arlene's saying it's 14 touches. So that's doubled in 2 years, and it's because we're living in an instant world now. So thanks Ray. Actually, Ray, you guys, Ray and Susanna Rodolfi are absolutely amazing. They're real genuine awesome people, and they are constantly engaging and with the people on Facebook. And I'll give you an example. Someone said to me, oh, that's ridiculous. Like, why do I have to answer back or talk on Facebook? And I use this example, okay? In the olden days, people used to knock on your door. And when they knocked on your door, you'd go, hey, how are you? Come inside. Let's have dinner. Let me show you around my house. I'll get you a drink. Sit down and have dinner. Would you like to come around tomorrow? Let the kids come over. No worries. How are you? How was your day? Nowadays, people are going, you hear a knock on the door and everybody drops to the floor. Shit, who's that? Is it a direct marketer? Someone trying to sell me something? Because this is the world we live in. So Facebook it's exactly the same. Is that if you're talking to someone on Facebook, you're building relationships, and you want to make sure you are asking them how their day is. Hey, how's it going? I saw the other day Kim's one of my clients. She's in Sydney, and she owns, Kim, do you want to say exactly what it is? It's a Office Society. So she is is it a virtual assistant?
It's an online business manager.
Yep, online business manager.
Yeah. So I manage people's businesses for people who are ready to grow.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So Kim does that, and I've been helping her grow her online profile on Facebook. And I saw on Facebook, she's busy moving house right now, trying to get everything all sorted. And, I just sent her a message and said, don't forget to use those checkered bags. Because if I saw Kim in the street and she was rushing around going, I'm moving house at the moment, I would say, hey, don't forget to pick up some of those checkered bags, because you can just chuck stuff in it and move your house. So this is all. And I know we say we get busy, but are we too busy for leads and relationships that are right in front of us? Those are the foundations. And everybody now wants to be an online marketer, and everybody wants to have an online business and make lots of money. Come on, man. Ask someone how their day is. So let's just have a look here. Yeah, pleasure, Ray. Barbie. So Barbie's messaged me privately for this. I'm not sure if she wants me to answer privately or not. Let's just have a look. Okay, yeah, no, well, look, I'll answer that question. So, Bobby, yes, they have changed a lot of things. So you used to be able to invite whoever to your events. Now they're limiting it to 50. But I used to duplicate events. So, for example, in my personal training business, which is called Vigor, I would create my 8-week challenge. Then I would go into my FitHub page and I would create my 8-week challenge. Now, the only reason I did that was because Facebook wouldn't let me join the 2 pages. I tried and they wouldn't let me, even though they're both personal training businesses. So I've got 1,000 on here and 1,000 on here. Now, I could individually message all of them and ask them to jump onto my new one, and then I could service them the same, but I can't. So both of them are doing really, really well. So I don't want to get rid of and just cancel the one page that's got 1,000 leads. So I'd rather just set up an event in there and ask people to join. But Facebook are now restricting it and saying, well, we want you to be sure. We don't want you just asking everybody. We want you to be sure that they are actually interested in your event. So they are now stopping people from inviting too many people, which isn't cool. But yes, that they are doing it. So there's no sort of way around it in get them off Facebook as soon as possible. So there needs to be a strategy. If you're having events, if you're doing whatever, give away something for free and get them on Facebook. So I don't know if you noticed, but in my registration for this event, it said register in advance for this event. You registered, you had to give me your email address, okay, which I can add to my database. I also say to you that if you want to book me for a free Facebook health check, well, a free coaching session, you can book me now, and I might put my booking link in there, which also gives me your mobile number and your registration link. So that is 2 ways that I'm doing this free training session, which, you know, I've advertised through Facebook and through my database, but I'm also getting you off Facebook by getting your email address. So it is important that we as business owners constantly are trying to get people off, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Has anyone else got any questions? Because that looks like it is there. So I will just, while I've got everybody over there, I just want to see who have we got. Yeah, Matt Butcher, I haven't met you before, I don't think, and Nicole Kane, I haven't met you either. So, okay, good question. John's asked a question. Why are you not doing this as a Facebook Live? Good question. The reason is because when I do the Facebook, when I do my Zoom and everybody has to register, I get the email addresses before they have access to the free training, okay? So I won't lie, I give you free training for your email address. If I do a Facebook Live, it is live, everybody gets the free training, but I don't get the email address. So I do get an opportunity, you know, to obviously upsell my services and try and get them into coaching, and hopefully I'll build enough rapport with them that they possibly want to do coaching with me. But when I have done Facebook Lives, yeah, thank you, Arlene. When I have done Facebook Lives, I get a lot of people doing sticky beaks and watching what it is that I'm doing, and I don't really want to give away my content for sticky beaks. I mean, has everyone got some value out of today? Has everybody learned something? You know, was it worth getting your email address? I mean, you can always unsubscribe when I add you to my database. But hopefully I can, yeah, thank you guys. Thanks so much. So yeah, if I do a Facebook Live, yes, people are going to come on and they're going to get my content and my information. But I mean, I'll give you an example. For my nutrition workshop, I did a lead up to the nutrition workshop, and I thought, right, I'm going to, oh, thanks so much, Matt. Yeah, we'll have to meet. I haven't actually met you. And when I did my nutrition workshop, I did these Facebook Lives. And what I said is, and I did like how to eat to lose weight, you know, 5 ways to lose weight without sweating. So guys, remember that it's all in the headline, okay? So it's all in the headline because people are doing this. So you want to make sure it's all in the headline and it appeals to their pain point. And all these people come on live and they all listen and they all get free information on what to eat and what to do and da-da-da-da, but nobody buys. And I mean, is that my ideal client? I want business owners that are passionate about their business, but they're all also willing to invest in their business. I want people who want to excel in their businesses. I don't want people who want to fluff around and steal all the free information. You know, and unfortunately in the fitness industry, I can tell you this now, this is something I've done wrong for years. I have given away so much free information over the years. And I mean, I have a diploma in personal training. I've got 17 years experience. Why should I be giving everybody free stuff? And you know what the irony is when you give away free stuff, people only want free stuff and they don't want to pay you any money. So I want to work with business owners that are happy to hand over my email address and go, hey, you know what? If this is synergy, let's work together. So if you don't mind, I know I've got a couple of minutes over. I'll just tell you a few things, obviously, how we can work together. Number one is that if you join my Facebook group. So if you join my Facebook group, it's called Facebook Fit for Business. I probably won't be posting in that group for a week because I think I've been blocked. But I am looking at getting an administrator. There is a way around it. If you get an administrator that can post on your behalf. So that's possibly something that I'm going to look into. So yeah, number one is make sure you join my Facebook group. Number two, you've been added to my database. So yes, you'll get an occasional email from me with it's normally a cheeky tip or something, a cheeky tip on what you can do, and any sort of specials or available times that I may have for coaching if somebody cancels, for example, because I do have limited time available for coaching. And then number three is obviously taking part in my coaching system. So my coaching system, it works like this. Basically, it's $599, so $599. We do 3 hours one-on-one, either online or if you're on the Gold Coast, I sit with you and we do it. And we set up a professional personal profile. We go through it. Me and you sit down and we nut out who you are, who your competition is, how you want to be seen on Facebook, how you want to use it. Some people want to live on it. Others don't want to be on it at all. So we have to set up a strategy that's going to work for you and your business. So we set up a personal profile. We set up a professional business page, and I teach you how to use it because you are the business owner. You have to have the power. If you choose later down the line to get somebody to post on your behalf, at least you can monitor them and you can wrap them over the knuckles if it isn't working. Okay, because I can tell you now, in 3 years, I've had 3 social media marketers, all qualified. I've spent about $4,000. I have not had one sale, not one sale, not one lead, not one email address. Okay, so yes, I'm self-taught, but this has worked for my business and it's worked for all the businesses that I'm working with. And I think I'm working with 23 businesses at the moment. So yeah, $600. It's 3 hours initially, a personal profile, a business page, how to use it, what your strategy is. And then afterwards, we come back. I give you homework. You get homework. Everyone over here, nod if you've had homework from me. You get homework. It's all doable. It's all homework that you've got to do to get those pages in your personal profile up and running so that Facebook can get algorithm and data, because if it can get algorithm and data, then it can start to send you out to the world, okay? But you have to get all of that done first, the basic framework. It's like building. And then afterwards, we catch up fortnightly for an hour. So you get 1 hour fortnightly sessions where we go over how to run successful events, how to use Facebook groups and communities, how to do Facebook Lives, we do Facebook Stories, and we work at your level. So depending on what level you're at, how far we're going to go. Oh, thank you, Kerry. Yeah, that was awesome. So Kerry is with Coffee Slender, the Coffee Slender Australian distribution. And the funny thing is I set up the business page, and by the end of the day, I remember I was leaving the gym and I was like sweaty, and I just done a boxing session. Ray Rodolphe, he's trained with Shane before. So I just done a boxing session with Shane. I crawled out of the gym all sweaty, checked my phone, ready to do a selfie. And I got a message from Kerry to say that they'd already, like, I think made a sale on the first day with their business page. I was like, fuck, that was like awesome, absolutely awesome. And we hadn't really even started the groundwork yet. So thanks so much, Rachel. Thank you for being you guys have been so thorough with the homework. Really, you've taken it by the horns and you're running with it. So thanks so much. So yeah, so if anybody is interested, there is an opportunity, obviously. Just send me a private message on Facebook Messenger. I am available now for 1 more hour. So from 1 until 2 now, I am available. I can either send you my booking link so we can schedule that free Facebook health check. So I'll explain what that is. Seriously, no strings attached. 25 questions which you get to rate yourself. You get to rate yourself from 1, I suck, to 10, I'm a guru. And you rate yourself, and then we sit down and we go over those 25 points. And then from there, you can decide again if you want to work with me or not. So you do get value from that again. As I said, it is, yay, that's awesome. Thanks, Rachel. Yes, got first email. That's absolutely awesome. So yeah, yeah, you can book. I can give you my booking link. You can book that 15-minute chat, the free health check. or you can book just a 15-minute over the phone. How can we work together? Or you can just go, screw it, I'm ready for this. I want to take my business to the next level. I'm sick and tired of throwing darts everywhere and getting nowhere. I want to run a professional business. I want to have a professional Facebook online profile. And if yes, then just go in and just let me know, and we'll book 3 hours next week. So I only take on one client a week, guys, because I've got all my other 1 hour coaching sessions each week. And of course, I love spending time in the gym, not on Facebook. So, so believe it or not, I don't like spending all this unnecessary time on Facebook. I like spending time in the gym. So it's all about having a strategy. So that I don't have to spend all this time, that there's a strategy, there's a process, so that I can work. Thanks, John. It's so good to see you. So thanks, guys, again for jumping on. And yep, just send me a private message if you'd like to work together. You guys have been super awesome. Have an awesome, awesome Friday.